All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Kansas Speedway. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. TurnLeftTV, baby, is bringing you some live action from Kansas Speedway, the High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series. It's no place like home. It's no place like home. It's no place like 98 laps at Kansas. It's race number 2 in the 2020 winter season. High Octane Racing League live tonight, right here on TurnLeftTV. A little stock car action in store for you tonight at Kansas. Race number 2 in the High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series. Let's get it on, boys and girls. All right, hey, thank you so much for coming in to TurnLeftTV. We got a good one for you tonight. Excited about this race. Right now, these guys are in the practice session. So I'm looking at somewhere, I know the clock says 17 minutes left. We're looking at, I think, about 7.5 minutes left in the practice session. Again, thank you so much for coming in. Take a look at the track here at Kansas. 1.5 miles are located in Kansas City, Kansas. Banking in the turn, 17 to 20 degrees progressive banking. Front stretch at 9 to 11 degrees, and then the back stretch at 5 degrees. A little bit of room here to race. Good side-by-side action here tonight, I would expect. And that's what we came for, huh? Some great side-by-side racing. Right now, showing 20 drivers in the server. I want to thank you so much for coming in and checking out TurnLeftTV tonight. Welcome to everybody. Peace out there to everybody. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Good start to the weekend here, man. Let's hope the weekend goes long. Let's stretch out that weekend, huh? Make it last forever. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Share my videos with all your friends, and please hit that thumbs up button. I am honored that you would come in here to watch videos. TurnLeftTV. We got a great race for you. Great racing action. That's why we've got a field the size we do. 20 drivers out here right now in the practice session, getting ready to go to qualifications here in just a few minutes. Again, thank you for coming in. We got a great one for you tomorrow, too. GT3 Series racing, the final race of the season. And we're going to be at Road America. What a classic road course there, and what a great one to finish out the season in the GT3 Series. So, again, thank you for coming in. Peace to everybody out there, all my friends. Some guys here joining us in the chat session already, so that's great news, and appreciate you being here. Great one for you tonight. I'm excited. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. You're interested in an rFactor 2 server, we got some folks from all around the world that joined this server to race, and solid connections. rFactor 2 connections there, or server packages for you at leadhostingusa.com, sponsoring tonight's race. And again, thank you so much for coming in. I'm your host, Heath Johnson. Race 2 of 10 here in this second winter season. We have 2 winter seasons. We don't have 2 winters, thank heavens. We have 2 winter seasons. And Kansas Speedway, one we haven't done for a while, so this should be a good one. Tonight, excited about this one. I think this track is a really fun track. It's one I think it's overlooked a lot, but this is a great track. Again, thank you for coming in. And we got a good race here for you tonight. Take a look at the schedule here. It's the second race of this season. Next week we get Michigan International, Lucas Oil Raceway coming up on 12 February, Chicagoland on 19 February, Northside International, I spelled that wrong, on 26 February, Martinsville on March the 5th. Riverside International road course hitting you in the face there on March the 12th. Phoenix International on the 19th of March, and then finishing out the season at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Home for me. I think everybody's going to come over afterwards and have a brewski. Take a look at our side-by-side view and see if some of that stuff, we got a little bit of work to do on that, I believe. I think we got the track maps stuck there a little bit, but that's all right. We'll get that fixed. And again, thank you for coming in. Peace to everybody. Please help me out and click on that link to go to the Fanatec website. Give those guys a look. And if you're interested in purchasing a wheel, pedals, wheelbase, shifter, I've got the DD1 wheelbase, the GT2 BMW GT2 wheel rim, and have the shifter as well as the V3 inverted pedals. The pedals started it all off for me, man. I was so impressed with the way those pedals operated that I decided to save up my money and purchase the rest of the stuff. And now I'm out there trying to get people to do the same. And if you decide you were interested in purchasing something through them, please follow my link down in the description of the channel. Also, there's the Discord address right there. If you're interested in joining us on Discord, we'd love to have you. Follow me on Facebook at TurnLeftTV1, on Twitter at TurnLeftTV, and then there are my 2 personal Discord addresses if you'd like to get a hold of me that way as well. So again, thank you for coming in, and looks like that side-by-side view is working just fine. That's great. So getting ready to go to qualifications here, I think in just about a minute or so. So we got a couple chatters in here. JJ, Jair Oliveira joining us in here. Say good luck to everybody, all the HORL friends, and Big Frank joining us in here too. Givaldo Linares, also Paulo Chachalowski. I think Paulo might be out here on the track joining us for some racing tonight. I know he was out here a little bit earlier. Yeah, it looks like he's still in the server. Got 21 drivers here in the server, so that's good to see. Hopefully we got a good, clean race here tonight. We'll take a look at the season standings coming into tonight after one race. Sean Jacobs got a big win last week at Daytona. He loves those super speedways, and it shows, man. He really does very, very well there. Ed Palumbo finishing the second position. Paul Brown third. Tim Lansbury fourth in points. Romulo Silvietta is fifth in points. John Stanley and Lucas Sinfin are actually technically tied for the sixth position. Colin Madiak eighth. Preston Hassel ninth, and Felipe Granado 10th in points coming in to tonight's race. And again, we'll take a look at that that replay from last week. Sean Jacobs at Daytona with Ed Palumbo, Paul Brown, Tim Lansbury. So we had a green-white checker, and Sean Jacobs in the right place at the right time. Got the big win. So congratulations to Sean Jacobs getting that win last week at Daytona. Again, here's another look at the schedule. Michigan coming up next week, and I decided to make this a 90-lap race here, so that's going to be a little bit longer, I think, than normal. But Michigan International is a 2-miler, and that'll be a great one. Lucas Oil Raceway, a short track. Paulo Chachalowski converting that track over. He did a great job on that one, and I believe that's going to be a great race there. A little bit different. Chicagoland Speedway coming up on 19 February, 98 laps there. And then Northside, which is a short track, 130 laps there on February the 26th. Just a little under a mile in length on that, about 3/4 of a mile. Martinsville, some real short track, and classic stock car short track, 150 laps there on March the 5th. So we got 3 short tracks here, and actually 4, I think, if you really want to consider Phoenix a short track. It's sort of a beast in its own, but then Riverside, I think, is a sort of a question mark on this one. A great track, and that track doesn't actually exist anymore, but it exists on in the virtual world, and we're definitely going to put it to the test on March the 12th. And of course, Indianapolis Motor Speedway is always a great race. So that's what we got coming up. We got some qualifications underway. Take a look at John Stanley as he makes his qualification attempt. JJ said he's going to try to make a race this season, and can you imagine what it is? I can. I think it's going to be Indianapolis Motor Speedway. What do you think? That's just my educated guess, because I think that is JJ's favorite track, or certainly one of them. So I think he'll be in here. So JJ talking it up there in the chat session. Hey, don't forget, coming up tomorrow, like I said, Road America hitting you in the face there. Last race of the season, the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series, and it's going to be a good one. 50-minute race, and finish out the season at a great classic American road course. So very excited about that one. So I'm excited about that track. I think it's a great one, and we'll see how it goes tomorrow. So you don't want to miss it. It starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Time right here on TurnLeftTV live. We've had a great GT3 Series season, and I think guys are really wanting to make sure we do these GT3 cars again. So we'll see how that works out. John Stanley finishing up his qualification. He is currently 11th on the grid. Ed Palumbo finishing up his qualification session. He is 4th on the grid. Take a look at Arthur Vieira as he makes his qualification attempt. Target time 30.293. That's Craig Marazon. Right now our top qualifier. So it looks like Arthur Vieira, how about that, man? 2nd on the grid, that qualification tip, and just 1/1000th of a second behind Craig Marazon. That is tight right there. Preston Hassel just 0.09 separating the front 3. How about that, man? Very tight qualifications there. Still got a couple guys here finishing up qualifications. We'll take a look at Colin Matiak. He's finished up his. He's in the 8th position. About Felipe Granado in the 6X. Said he was wanting to get the number 6 car, so we're waiting on him to get a paint scheme, and we'll get that in the car set. So Felipe qualifying in the 9th position. So congratulations to Craig Marizan. Doesn't get a run with us too much. He's running the 2X car tonight. He is going to be starting in P1. So congratulations to Craig. Good to see him out tonight. And got a good field here. Looks like 20 drivers right now joining us. Hey, if you're interested in some comics, please give ZiaComics.com a look. Your nerd headquarters. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. That is ZiaComics.com, your nerd headquarters. All things comic related. These guys got you covered. Please follow us over to highoctaneracing.net, our little website we've got going. You'll get updates on points and so forth, and you can see good quick access to TurnLeftTV if you'd like that. And then also see live timing in the rFactor 2 times tab there. But thank you so much, and appreciate you coming out and watching the races here tonight. I'm your host, Heath Johnson. Should be a very, very, very fun race. So right now these guys are in the driver's meeting, trying to get a few instructions laid down there by the admin. We'll take a little bit of a look here at the YouTube channel. And top there, past live streams here right now, just doing the Buschwacker series and the GT3 series. Got the playlist there. Started the new playlist for the Buschwackers Xfinity Series new season here, this second winter season. You can see the entire GT3 series season if you scroll through that playlist. And I suspect we'll have another one of those fairly soon. Winter A season, the entire season online there. Thanks to all those viewers. Love that stuff. IndyCar, man, I think we're going to be doing that again. Well, I don't think. I know we'll end up doing that again. So the entire IndyCar series that we ran in the fall, you can see those races as well. Also do some other stuff there for Sim Racing Mania. I've done some stuff. Happy Hour Racing League, they got some good racing on Mondays and Thursdays. Give those guys a look too. So they do some different stuff there with a lot of different mods. Sim Racing Mania as well. Really, this is where I got the idea to do the IndyCar series, is from Sim Racing Mania. And I want to say hello to all my pals over there at Sim Racing Mania and also Happy Hour Racing League. Those guys do a fantastic job there. Sim Racing Mania, man, they do. I'll tell you what, they've got a massive crowd over there, right? They got some great friends. Some of those guys race over here as well. So good to see those folks when they come out. All right, we got about 8.5 minutes here in the warm-up session before we get this thing going green. Again, thanks for coming in, folks. Appreciate your patronage here on TurnLeft TV. So I think you're really going to be looking at some great side-by-side racing here, exemplified right here. So that high line is in place. See Paulo Chachalowski in the 94 car there, Artiveira in the 4. A couple of our great Brazilian drivers there, great friends. I've been racing with him for quite a while, and Paulo does a great job of converting tracks over, and kudos to him. We've actually raced quite a number of his tracks, so excited for him tonight, Team Cha-Cha. And again, the high line I think is in play here at Kansas, so that's definitely something we want to look at or keep our eye on here tonight with Kansas Speedway. Sim racing world here going go Cha-Cha. About 5.5 minutes left here in the warm-up session. And again, thank you for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeft TV. Excited that you would come in and watch the races here. So tonight's Kansas Speedway, 98 laps, race number 2 in the 2020 winter season. And this is a great track, 1.5 miles, a lot of room to race here. The high line, the low line will work. And you're going to see, I think, some great racing here. We got a big field here showing 20 drivers out. So it's going to be a lot of fun here, I think. Again, hey, peace to everybody out there, and please go down into the description of this race and follow that to the Fanatec website if you're interested in purchasing a wheel, pedals, wheel rim, and also, I should say, wheelbase as well, and then also a shifter as well. I've got the V3 inverted pedals, the DD1 wheelbase, GT2 BMW wheel rim, and then the shifter, of course. Love all that stuff, man. I have a blast with it whenever I can race. I do a little racing there on the side, and I have a lot of fun, man. It's a very huge leap for me to go from a G27 up to upgrading to this. I first started the V3 inverted pedals and then liked them so much that I decided to make that purchase for the DD1 wheelbase and BMW GT2 wheel rim, and I love it. I absolutely love the stuff. So I encourage you to follow that link if you're interested in making a purchase. That would help me out at TurnLeftTV. Peace to everybody out there in sim racing land. Thanks for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. So just a few minutes left here, about 3 minutes left to go before we get this bad boy started. We'll take a look at that qualification results here. This will be our starting order, I believe. Oh, we got them coming up here. Uh-oh. Well, I guess we'll wait for the starting order there. Doesn't look like that's one to participate or cooperate with us, I should say. Again, I'm your host, Heath Johnson. 98 laps here, race number 2, mile and a half, Kansas Speedway. Very cool track. We haven't done this one in a while, so excited to see this one on the schedule. About a minute and a half here. Take a look at Lauren Stopworth in that 41 car. I would expect to see a new paint scheme out of him here pretty soon, so I'm kind of working on that for him. Switching sponsors. New deal for Lauren Stopworth, new sponsor, and excited to see that car get out on the grid. He does a good job here painting his cars, so he does some of his own painting, and we'll see how that goes. So he's doing his little fancy schmancy get into your pit stall backwards. This was 82 Tim Lansbury with a few minutes left to go, or actually about 40 seconds left to go before we click it over. All right, boys and girls, about that time. Tighten those belts, get up on the edge of your seat, hold on to that steering wheel. You got that helmet strapped on. Kansas Speedway, 98 laps here tonight. This is going to be a fun one. I love this track, a lot of fun. Not one you really think about too much. I think when you think about stock car racing, most people are going to go for those classics, but this is a great one. All right, boys and girls, here we go. The starting order tonight. Craig Marizan starts on the pole. Arthur Vieira starts in second in the 4 car. Preston Hassel in the 27 is third. Todd Robillard in the 90 starts in the 4th position. In 5th is Ed Palumbo in the 54. Romulo Silviata in the 15 starts in the 6th position. Claudio Bardelli in 7th. Colin Matiak in the 13 starts in the 8th position. In 9th is Felipe Granado in the 6X car. Paul Brown in the 77 starts in the 10th position. Lucas Sinfner in the 11th position. Lawrence Stopworth in the 41 starts in 12th. In 13th is Zach Munkasey. Paulo Chachalowski in the 94 starts in 14th. John Stanley 15th. Givaldo Spindola will start in the 16th position. In 17th is Sean Jacobs, last week's winner. Tim Lansbury in the 82 is 18th. Reese Kennedy in the 80 car starts in the 19th position. And Tiago Gomez in the 9X starts in the 20th position. All right, man, I think you want to just get yourself a good starting position here. Be patient. A lot of room to race here. No sense in I think my concern will be guys sort of, changing lanes quickly, drastically, suddenly. That's what's going to concern me a little bit here in this race. So you got to be patient here. And things will work out. So good 20 drivers here joining us. Craig Marizon will lead the field to take the green flag. Artur Vieira on the outside pole there. A lot of experience between those two drivers. Here we go.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, we're at green here. 2X car. Craig Marizon will lead the field to take the green flag. So side-by-side racing into turn 1. Artur Vieira using that outside line. I tell you what, I think that outside line is in play tonight. On board here with the 2X machine. You see that 4 car getting a run on the outside line. Like I said, that outside is in play. You might try to pay attention to that on restarts if we have any caution flags, as now Artur Vieira takes the race lead. So Artur Vieira, our race leader. Oh, the 2X car. He might have warped. That might look like maybe a little bit of a warp there. And we've got a caution flag. Might have been a warp there. It looked like Craig Marizon definitely involved there. Reese Kennedy might have gotten caught up. Man, I'll tell you what, Reese Kennedy has the worst luck. Craig Marizon, I think he might have warped here. We'll take a look and see what happened to him. So we'll see what happened here. Craig Marizon right here. He might have warped. Oh, he come across there off the nose of 15 car, and then all heck breaks. Looks like the 13 gets caught up in that as well. And then Craig comes down and hits the 80 car. Colin Matiak there just absolutely annihilated him here. We'll take a look and see Colin Matiak. There's tight right there. These guys trying to get through this here after this wreck. Right there, Craig Marizon up on the outside wall, and then Colin Matiak is just nowhere to go right there. He's going to hit the 2X machine, lifts that car up off the ground. The 41 in that as well. And then 13 coming back across the track. But we'll see right there a little extracurricular as well. Just look like maybe just trying to cut in a little bit early here. He's coming around. He just tries to cut in a little bit early, and contact right there between he and the 15. All right, we got some pit stops here. Look like those guys coming in to take some service. So that was a little interesting. Between the 15 and the 2X. And a lot of guys got caught up in that. Looked like Reese Canaday caught up in that a little bit. Lawrence Stopperworth caught up in that. Also Colin Madiak caught up in that as well. Sim Racing World is asking a little question here. What is the X after the driver's number? Well, we have 3 Toyotas, 3 Chevys, and 3 Fords that we create as new driver cars. So when a guy comes in, they don't have a skin. We don't have a skin in the car set because we do have a car pack. Then they can pick one of those 9 cars. So we have the 1X, 2X, 3X. I think those are all the Chevys. 4, 5, and 6X are the Fords, and then the 7, 8, and 9Xs are the Toyotas. And, with a lot of new drivers coming in, we're probably going to have to even make some more. I'm thinking probably some 3-digit numbers there, maybe a 100, 101, 102 type thing. So we get some more temporary cars for these new drivers that don't have skins yet. It is a little bit of a process to get a skin in the car pack, making sure we get all the screenshots done and so forth. So that's what it is there. That's what you see with the X's. Those are just the temporary cars or the new driver skins. That somebody could come in if they don't have a skin in the car pack. There you go. Good question. Good question. So the 4 of Art Vieta is the race leader. The 90 of Todd Robillard is second. Ed Palumbo third. Preston Hassel shown in the 4th position. Paul Brown is 5th. And Claudio Bardelli Jr. is in the 6th spot. It's like Tiago Laurentino is in here as well, wishing on good luck on Team Cha-Cha. Our subscription open, yeah, absolutely. You can absolutely join if you'd like. There is the Discord address. Let me close out that chat so we don't get too busy there. There's a Discord address if you're interested in joining the HORL Discord and joining up and doing some racing with us. Max number of drivers is however many max number of drivers we can fit on the server. I think we've actually pushed that limit. We've had, I think, 23 drivers out before, but certainly I think the server can handle quite a bit more. So again, thanks for your inquiry. Get the 1 to go here. And it looks like the 4 car has elected to take that bottom line, and the 90 of Todd Robillard takes a high line there. Ed Palumbo in 3rd. Preston Hassel in 4th. Paul Brown 5th. Claudio Bardelli Jr. going to be outside row 3 on this restart. A lot of laps here, and hopefully we got that 1 caution flag out of the way. So we're getting to go, this 1 to go here, or this green this time by. Sorry about that. As Arthur Viet has elected to go down to that bottom side now. The 90 of Todd Robillard pretty fast here in his Camaro. So he's on the high side, and I really do think the high side is the preferred place to be. And I thought Arthur might have, he has lane choice there, and I thought he might have elected to take that high side. So surprising to me, he's decided to stay on the bottom side there. A couple fast drivers here. Side by side here, front row on this restart.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, here we go, back to green. On board here with Artur Vieira. Is he looking? He's got a pretty good start there, and Todd Robillard ducked into that Napa sponsor machine. And Palumbo running in the third position, coming around turns 3 and 4. Down through that tri-oval area as Artur Vieira leads the field, as Todd Robillard running in second. And Palumbo is in third. Preston Hassel running in the fourth position. Take a look at Preston Hassel in that Ryzen sponsor machine, number 27 car. Running in P4. Paul Brown running in fifth. On board here with Preston Hassel. There's a lot of work in helping us with setups. Now through the tri-oval into turn 1. Preston having a good run here so far. He needs this run, man. I tell you, he's really been in the hunt there and just had to get caught up in some of the other racing deals. Takes him out of contention here, so he's looking to have a good night here tonight. Valdo Spindola and Colin Matiak here battling for position. Spindola up on the high side, Colin Matiak in the 13. Down on that bottom side, Spindola really pushing the issue here, and Colin Matiak racing him pretty hard there on the bottom side, so good side-by-side action, just as we suspected here with this track. Looks like Spindola takes that spot. Paulo Chachalowski, he's looking to make a move as well. The 94 car, as Colin Matiak wanting to get that spot back. He's not able to do it here. Chachalowski racing Lucas Hinfner on board here with Chachalowski as he's running behind that pack. Just ahead is Sean Jacobs, Givaldo Spindola, and Colin Matiak there just ahead of him. Matiak there diving back down to that bottom side. Take a look here. Matiak trying to get back by Givaldo Spindola. Good race here between the 13 and the 68. This 13 car wanting to move back forward, and not sure how much damage he has from that incident, but it looks like he has now moved back up to the 10th position. So good battle there between Givaldo Spindola in the 68 and Colin Matiak in that 13 car. One of our new drivers here, the 29, Zach Munkasey. Got that car in the car set. Does a great job there getting that car painted up. He is running in the 8th position. Looking out of the back of his machine at Sean Jacobs in the 24. Last week's winner, our points leader right now, that Western Auto sponsor machine. He's got a heck of a run here on the 29 car. So 24 and 29 here battling for position. Sean Jacobs in the Western Auto number 24 trying to get by that Toyota of Zach Munkasey. So Colin Matiak here trying to follow him through. And Sean Jacobs maybe going to pull the 13 and the 68 through here. 68 tucks in as Paulo Chachalowski trying to get by. Sean Jacobs here holding on as he is running in the 8th position. Zach running in 9th. Colin Matiak in 10th. And Givaldo Spindola there climbing back up. Lucas Hinfner and the 41 of Lawrence Stopworth having a good battle here. This is behind this action. These guys side by side. That Flexio sponsored Ford Mustang and the 41 Mack Tools Chevy Camaro battling it out. 21 versus 41 here. Classic Ford versus Chevy battle. So a good battle there. Paulo Chachalowski as well in the 94. He's in this mix. These guys having a good battle. They are 3 wide here. 3 wide. There's a 41 and the 94. Woo! And the 21. They were 3 wide. They might still be 3 wide back there. Looking out of the back of Lucas Hinfner's machine. Right now, Luca running in the 11th position. Looking back at some great action right there. 68, Givaldo Spindola. He's getting past Romulo Silvietta. He's He's wanting to get around here. Look at this. Romulo running in the 15th position. He's running on the outside of that 41. And this is some great racing here. Good racing as now Romulo Civieta in the 15 car trying to move forward. He's getting by Givaldo Spindola, taking over the 12th position. We got some great racing here. Back up here and look at Ed Palumbo in the 54 car. He's having a pretty good run here in third. That Mellow Yellow sponsor machine. Preston Hassel running in fourth. Paul Brown fifth. We got a yellow flag here, and I suspect something may have happened there with that mess back there. We'll take a look and see what happened. As Arthur Vieira here takes the flag. So we had a pretty good little run right there, but man, they were racing pretty hard back there in the back. So it looks like we got a car that's retired from the race. We'll see what happened. So it looks like the 94, the 68. Oh, the 68 coming across the nose of the 94. And then, man, those guys spin. The 94 comes back across the track. And he smacks the wall. So the 94 up against the wall there. It looked like Givaldo might have gotten into Paulo Chachalowski. See right there, Chachalowski comes off the wall there a little bit, and he comes across the track. And, right there into Chachalowski. Chachalowski on a ride right here, and he's going to come across the track and get into the wall, I believe. No, he misses the wall, but I think he just decides to retire his machine. So, unfortunately, the 94 out of the race. It looked like Givaldo was up off the up in the marbles there, and then just came across. I think he was just trying to maybe miss the wall as he come off the turn, and then just before the tri-oval gets into the 94. Those guys spin. We're going bullet here with the 94, and he's just going to get slammed right there. And then in the grass, he is on for a ride. So we'll go back to live here as we got that figured out, looks like. So that was a great racing back there, man. I'll tell you, I had a feeling these guys are going to use up their stuff though, a little bit, and you might end up getting some situation there where some guys on old tires there trying to get something to bite coming off the turn, and it just kind of got the best of him. It came across the track and got into the 94 car. So the 4 of Arthur Vieira leading the field here down pit lane, as we see Todd Robillard following him in. So get a good side-by-side view here as Todd Robillard coming off pit lane here. And then also Arthur Vieira finishing up his pit stop. So Todd Robillard indicating he might have done a 2-tire stop here. So interesting strategy there. He's got a little bit of track position. John Messer in here in the chat session says, go 41, damn it, go. John's here. So John politely telling his friend to get the lead out and get that car up front. Oh, it was interesting. Guys have those good friendships there. Sim Racing World liking Paulo Chachalowski's livery there with a throwback to the NASCAR 2003 game. Paulo does a great job of converting tracks over from rFactor 1 into rFactor 2. He has done a ton of work, so kudos to him. He does some great work, and we're going to be racing one of his tracks coming up this season as well. So excited to see that one come up on the schedule. We'll take a look at the schedule here, and that Lucas Oil Raceway track that we've got coming up on February the 12th. That is Apollo conversion. That's located in Indianapolis, short track there just outside of Indianapolis. So that'll be a good race. Been on that track doing some laps, and helped him a little bit on smoothing out some mesh on a couple tracks there. Nashville, also did Gateway as well. Helped him work on that one a little bit, so excited to get those back on the schedule as well. Those are really, really good tracks Paulo has converted over. So right now, Felipe Granado shown as the race leader in that 6X machine. Tim Lansbury shown second. Now, I don't know if Felipe is going to come down pit lane or what the plan is for him. But he's out front right now, and we will probably get the one to go this time by. And that will force him to choose lane if he's, looks like he is coming down pit lane. So Granado and Lansbury both coming down pit lane. On board here with Felipe Granado. Tim Lansbury just behind him. Those guys making pit stops. That will give the race lead to Todd Robillard, it looks like, in the 90 car. So we do have a number of drivers right now on pit lane as Felipe Granado finishing up his pit stop here. Todd Robillard in the 90 has chosen that outside line. Artur Vieira down on the inside. You see Felipe Granado finishing up his pit stop. Also Tim Lansbury come back out on track. Good little run there on that one. We just had that one little incident to get us back under caution. Good thing it did not take out a bunch of drivers. 24 laps in. Those guys getting back in line. So the 90 is elected to take the outside line this time on the restart. 4-car Artur Vieira did not have lane choice here. He's down on the inside line. This Napa sponsor number 90, hailing from Rhode Island. 54 Ed Palumbo showing in third. 27 Preston Hassel fourth. Those guys shown actually flipped around there, but technically the 54 car is in third. Here we go. Getting back to green here.
Green flag, go, go, go.
So the 90 on the gas here. Good jump there for the 90 car. He was ready for the drop of that green flag. Preston Hassel pushing him. Now taking over second, it looks like. Is he going to be able to clear this 4-car? Good tight racing right there between the 4 and the 27. Out behind this 90 car. On board here with Todd Robillard, our race leader. As these guys are going to start dicing around here for position. They got to be really careful on cold tires. 27 trying to gain this spot. Preston Hassel in the 27 car up on the outside line. Look at Ed Palumbo and that mellow yellow sponsor number 54. He's pushing that 27 a little bit. Wanting to get through. Artur Vieira down there on the bottom side. He needs a friend. He needs a friend on that bottom side. He's got a little bit of a run right there. Good run for Artur Vieira, and Preston Hassel tucks up to the high side as the 54 lets out of the gas there and lets him have that spot. So Preston Hassel running in third. look at John Stanley here having a good little race right now with Craig Marazon. John Stanley running in that 12 car. He is running in the 12th position. Lucas Infinite just ahead of him, running in 11th. John Stanley, one of those guys, man, just seems to quietly get that car to the front here, so we'll have to keep our eye on that Die-Hard sponsored Stanley Tools number 12, as it looks like Craig Marazon sniffing around on that high side in that 2X machine. 41, Lauren Stoppelworth in this mix as well. Colin Matiak here and Zach Munkasey here having a battle. So the 29 and the 13. Ford versus Toyota in this mix here. Looking at Colin Matiak running in the 6th position. He's going to claim that spot. Zach dropping back to the 7th position. How about Claudio Bardelli Jr. in that 91 car? He's back there as well. The 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. running in the 7th spot. That Camaro. So on board here with Claudio Bardelli Jr. He's got a run here on the outside line. He and Zach Munkasey. Oh, a little swap and paint right there between the two of those guys. 91 and the 29 swapping a little paint. Some of these guys might have taken 2 tires here. I don't know if that would be such a great idea. And we got some racing just ahead, too. Looking out of the front of Claudio Bardelli Jr.'s machine. I see Paul Brown in the 77 and 13. Colin Matiak here racing for a position. Colin going to end up getting that spot. So Colin trying to move forward here. He's now up to the 6th position. Paul Brown, after 5th, actually. Paul Brown back to 6th. So we still see some side-by-side racing here between the 91 and the 29. It's like that 91 now moves into 7th, 29. Zach Munkasey now back to the 8th position. Bardelli Jr. here now pushing forward. He's not looking on the bottom side here of Paul Brown. So Claudio Bardelli Jr. here showing some muscle. Another one of our Brazilian drivers. He and Paul Brown here battling it out. Paul Brown not ready to give up that spot. Claims it back on the outside line. So that's 77. Paul Brown having a good run here. That took like John Stanley here going down to the bottom side and see if he can't get by the 21 of Lucas Infinite. He's got a little bit of work to do to try to get around that 21. You see Sean Jacobs out in the front of his machine. They're side-by-side, Lucas Infinite and John Stanley racing side-by-side. John Stanley going down there below the line just a little bit, try to avoid that 21 car. 2X, Craig Marazon in this mix. So some good racing right now. Take a look at Paul Brown. And that's 77 running behind Colin Matiak. Great racing going on. 54, Ed Palumbo up there in the 4th position. Colin Matiak running in 5th. Paul Brown in the 6th position. And they still haven't figured it out back there behind him. Claudio Bardelli Jr., Zach Munkasey, they're still fighting it out. Also, Romulo Silvietta in this mix as well. So some good racing right there. A couple Brazilian drivers. Zach hailing from the United States. Ed Palumbo in the 54 leading this little pack right here, running in the 4th position. So we got a little bit of a 3-car breakaway. Felipe Granado in the 6X. Givaldo Spindola in the 68 car battling for position. Mustang versus Camaro, and that Mustang, that 6X machine on the outside line, is going to take this spot. Givaldo Spindola falls back to the 17th position. Felipe trying to climb back here a little bit, running in 16th. Looking out of the front of his machine. He's looking at Tiago Gomez. Tiago Gomez in that 9X machine, that Toyota, holding on to that position. Couple cars here a little bit off the pace. These guys might be, these guys are about 11 seconds down. Tim Lansbury, Reese Kennedy here racing with one another. I'm not sure what's caused them to fall back a little bit. Maybe didn't get a good restart, but this guy's about 11 seconds back, running in 18th and 19th. Tim Lansbury in the Skyline Chili Ford Mustang. Reese Kennedy in that Hooters sponsor number 80 Chevy Camaro in 19th. Take a look at Archie Vieira here. He's having a battle now with Preston Hassel side by side here for the 2nd position. Archie Vieira in that NASCAR BR sponsor machine holds on to that spot. Preston Hassel have to drop back to 13th. Hard to make that pass on that outside or on that inside line. Claudio Bardelli Jr. Romulo Silvietta, they are almost 3 wide here. Romulo down on the inside line in that 15 car. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the Camaro holds on to that spot. Zach Muncasey here, he might have touched the wall a little bit. He's up there on the wall. Yeah, gets that car off the outside, but he was in the wall there for a second. Paul Brown here pressing issue. He might end up, look out, he's diving down to the inside line here. He's going to run by this 13 car, so good battle there between the 77 and the 13. 77 gets that spot. 13 trying to figure out what he wants to do. Is he want to try to hold on to that spot or let that 91 car go by? So this is starting to tighten up here. We've got a big line of cars. It's starting to tighten up here. Good racing. The 77 of Paul Brown now up to the 5th position. Colin Madiak back to 6th. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in 7th. Romulo Silvietta here. He's starting to work on the bottom side. Take a look at Romulo working on this bottom line. He's making it work here a little bit. He right now shown in 8th, but he's down on this bottom line. Cannot get a run coming off the bottom line here. And again, you can kind of dive down there, maybe get a couple positions, but you can't clear the cars. And if they stay up on that outside line, they have a run. And like we said at the beginning of the race, that outside line is the preferred position, I think, here. Preferred line at this track. So, interesting strategy here. You're going to have to really time this pass on the bottom side here if you're looking to go around on the bottom side. Time it just perfectly. How about this race for the lead here as Archer Vieira and Todd Robillard side by side. Archer Vieira here has that spot, I think. And uses that bottom line here. Now he can kind of sail up to that high line as he clears the 90. There's the 91 on 2 tires. I'm not sure what Archer Vieira did on that pit stop, but the 90 only changed right side tires. So we'll see how that plays out, if that is a factor here. As Archer Vieira now back to P1. The 90 of Todd Robillard in P2. Good battling there. Go back here, and look at Preston Hassel running in the 3rd position, that 27 car. Those guys were broken away there a little bit. They got a little bit racy, but this group is caught back up. So, see the 54, Ed Palumbo, in his Bella Yellow sponsor machine. He's starting to work on this outside line. He's trying to sniff around and maybe take over the 3rd spot. So, good battling here. Claudio Bardelli Jr. up on the outside line. He's got that Romulo Silvietta number 15 car. System of the Down sponsor machine. RF2 sponsored Toyota. Oh, contact there for Bardelli Jr. in that outside wall. A little bit of contact for the 91, and we got a yellow flag here. We got a yellow flag. We'll see what happened. Yellow flag. We might have seen Sean Jacobs. He's on the, we saw that here. I was running a little bit behind there. And the 24 is down on that grass, and I'm not sure what happened. So we'll see here as Sean Jacobs might have been involved. It's a little bit after the fact here as Sean comes around. Take a look here. This is Sean Jacobs here trying to get by, and Zach Muncasey in the 24 might have gotten together. 24 down on this bottom side, Zach up on the high side. Side by side right there. Everything looks pretty clean. And then looks like Muncasey might have come down on him a little bit and gets him into the grass. But good news is that Sean's going to spin this car around, but he doesn't get into the wall. He just maybe got a little bit of right side damage. Just looks like some tight racing right there. See up on the outside line here, and there's Bartelli Jr. smacked the wall a little bit. That's where we were watching that. And then coming off the turn, the 29 comes across there a little bit. Ooh, man, I don't know. That was a little bit of might be a little racing deal there. Hard for me to call that one. We'll look out of the front of Luca Sinfiner's machine. It does look like that 29 car may have come down there a little bit and gotten into Sean Jacobs. Again, we'll take a look at this once again out of the front of Luca's machine. And then right there, a little bit of contact, and then Sean Jacobs going to end up spinning through the grass. If you look out of the back of Luca's machine. Craig Marizon's going to watch that 24 car as he goes by. So that brings us back to the live feed. All right, we got pit stops underway here. 45 laps in, almost to halfway. Archie Vieira to make that pit stop. Looks like Lucas Sinfiner is going to stay out there on the track as we got some pit stops underway. Look at that side-by-side view. Take a look at Lucas Sinfiner up in that that left side, and Preston Hassel on pit lane. Oh, we got a little wreck right there. The 90 getting into the 54 on pit lane. Oh no! Got a little bit of action there on pit lane. My heavens, did you see that? Little bit of a spin right there on pit lane, so we'll take a look here. Here's a 77. He comes out, and then watch this: the 54 and the 90. So the 90 sort of blocked in there a little bit. He gets the back into that car a little squirrely right there, and then he gets into the 54 car, and then 13 does a hell of a job of missing that, man. 13 on the spot. Johnny on the spot right there. Take a look here as Ed Palumbo on board here with him, and he's going to get hit coming around right there. And then watch this, man. Preston Hassel's going to get into him. But Colin Matiak on the outside gets through the 90. Nothing really the 90 did on purpose. I think he just lost the back end of that car. 15 gets by as well. Watch this. Watch the 90 car of Todd Robillard. As he comes out, he just spins that car. He's really trying to get that car out. It was just bad timing, really. Just bad timing. It's a tight pit stall, and then the 27 gets into him right there. Wowza, wowza, wowza. That's some action right there, huh? I'll tell you what, man. Not a lot of broadcasters out there can get those replays, huh? Kudos to TurnLeftTV. Felipe Granado is the race leader in the 6X machine. And that was some shenanigans there on pit lane. Some shenanigans. That's just tight pit road right there. As looked like that Todd was a little blocked in. He was trying to get that back into that car, kind of squirted around a little bit so he could point that car around and not hit the car in front of him. There's a car in front of him, kind of got in there a little cattywampus as we see Felipe Granado and the 82 of Tim Lansbury coming down pit lane.
It'll be one to go this time by.
Artefieta now back to the race lead. So some of those guys might be ducking down pit lane here to get some service, and it does look like Ed Palumbo has come down pit lane to take some service. We're taking a look at the, there you go, 54 car going to come in and take some service. He's probably got a little bit of damage here, and now he's going to be behind the 8 ball. He's lost a significant number of positions, and he is hot right now. He is fired up. 4 car, Artefieta, the race leader. 77, Paul Brown's going to start outside row 1. Colin Madiak has that car up to the 3rd position. The 90 starting in 4th. These guys getting this dialed in here. We're getting to 1 to go, or getting one going green this time by, I should say. 48 laps in. So things are starting to get a little chippy. 13 there warming up his tires a little bit. The cold tires here. We had a pretty good little run there that last time by. Just, you know, outside line seems to be the place to be, but you can make those passes. So here we go. Back to green. Here we go. Back to green, the 4 car. Artefieta, that NASCAR BR sponsored Camaro. 50 laps to go. Almost to halfway. 77, Paul Brown on the outside line. He's going to try to challenge there for the race lead. Maybe he's going to try to tuck in. Vieira there getting a little shove from the 77 car. 77 trying that middle line there as Colin Madiak wanting to shoot down there through the gap on the bottom line. We got some good racing back here for P2. 77 and the 13. 13, Colin Madiak in that Mustang. 77, Paul Brown in that Camaro up on the outside line. Good racing right there. Todd Robillard in the 90 car, looking out of the front of his machine. Working that outside line. You got to keep that right up by the wall. Guys that can do that, they get a good run off the turn. You see that? The 90 gets a great run off the turn. And also the 77, a little bit of action right there. 77 and the 90. You're trying to get around Artefieta. Artefieta in the 4 car up on the outside line. Looks like the 77 to the race lead. So new race leader here, Paul Brown. So good racing. Paul Brown, Artefieta in 2nd. Todd Robillard in 3rd. Colin Madiak 4th. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 5th position. Actually looks like he's in 6th, actually 5th now, is Romulo Silvietta trying to take that spot. Also 27, Preston Hassel moving forward. He's now in 6th. Romulo now back to the 7th spot. Take a look at Romulo Silvietta. He's got a run, though, on that 27 car. The 15, Romulo Silvietta. Oh, man, there was some action right there. Ed Palumbo and Zach Muncasey, those guys get together. Let's see what happened here. Take a look at Zach Muncasey. Right here, the 29, Zach Muncasey and Ed Palumbo in the 54 car. There's going to be a little extracurricular here, I think. Oh, that 29 slides up the track. I think he just lost some grip, and he gets into the 54 car right there. 54 hanging on. My heavens, man. Did he hang on to that thing? .41 and the 24 battling it out. 41 at Lawrence Stopworth. Sean Jacobs now taking over the 9th position. Lawrence Stopworth in the 41 falls back to 10th. Looking out of the back of Sean Jacobs' machine. He's running in the 9th spot. Lawrence Stopworth back to 10th. Good running right there. Look at that Reese Candidate trying to bounce back. Right now, Reese Candidate down to the bottom line. He's trying to get right by Lawrence Stopworth. His Hooters sponsor machine. Craig Marizon here and Rabio Silvietta here battling it out. Craig Marizon on the 2X machine. He's trying to get by that 15. Romeo Silvietta here. He's changing lanes. Oh, he's making a good move here down on the bottom side, trying to get around Preston Hassel. Looking out of the front of Craig Marizon's machine at that System of the Down sponsor number 15 car. And is he going to get by that 27? He does a little bit of a slide job right there and gets in front of the 27 car. That's generally some bad juju right there when you do that. 80 car. Reese Canaday here working at bottom line. At 41, Lawrence Stopworth. That Mac Tools sponsored Camaro. Lucas Infinner on the bottom line here trying to get through as well. Luca and Reese Canaday both get by Lawrence Stopworth. John Stanley and Givaldo Spindola here battling it out. Good action here. The 12 and the 68 side by side. Givaldo Spindola running in the 15th position now as John Stanley picks up 14th. Todd Robillard using this outside line, the 13 of Colin Matiak. Down on the inside line, and looks like that draft's going to help the 90 car. He is back up to third as Colin Matiak now back to the 4th position. Well, again, good racing here as a 90. That Coletta sponsored Napa Camaro running in P3. Matiak says, heck with that, man. I'm going to go back down. I'm going to tie this high side. And looks like 90 left the bottom side open there a little bit as Matiak in his Mustang. He's going to try to sneak through. Can he do it? Todd Robillard not going to let him do it. He's working on that bottom side, going to make him earn it. So 13, Colin Matiak on the outside line. Todd Robillard needs some help on that inside line, and it doesn't look like that's going to work out for him as Claudio Bardelli Jr. now challenging on the outside line. Looking out of the back of Matiak's machine at Claudio Bardelli Jr. and Todd Robillard. Also Romulo Silvietta in this mix. Some good racing here as Claudio Bardelli Jr. picks up that spot. Romulo Silvietta here. He's trying to get around. He gets by Todd Robillard. Romulo Silvietta in the 15 car. He's trying to make this outside line work. Just got that car in the car set. The 15 car. How about this? The Craig Marizon and Preston Hassel. Craig Marizon bouncing back from some earlier trouble here now. Preston for the 7th position. He and Preston Hassel, the 27 of Preston Hassel on the outside line, and that AMD Rising sponsored machine trying to hold on to that spot. Sean Jacobs in this mix too. You get down to that bottom side, man, that is committing because you can lose a lot of position. They are going to be 3 wide here. Lose a lot of positions here, and 2X now loses that spot. How about that? Sean Jacobs, man, the spoiler in that mix. Sean Jacobs moving forward here. To that little spin there earlier. Now bouncing back here up to the 7th spot. Colin Matiak in the 13. He's going to use that outside line as the 4 of Archivieta here trying to protect that bottom line. He might end up losing a spot to 77, Paul Brown. Up on the outside line, Colin might end up using this outside line again. Oh, contact right there between the 4 and the 13. There was a little bit of contact right there. Little bit of contact between the 4 and the 13 car. We'll take a look at this again. Watch this. There's going to be some contact between the 4 and the 13. See that 4 car, Archivier down to the bottom line, and they're going to see some contact right here coming off the turn. A little bit of contact door to door, and they're lucky they hang on to that, man. Woo! That's some great racing. Craig Marizon here continuing to try to move that car forward. How about that? Preston Hassel in the 24. Sean Jacobs here battling. Oh, there's contact right there. Preston Hassel and the 24 get together. There was contact with Preston Hassel and Sean Jacobs. Watch this. Preston Hassel and the 24. Sean Jacobs right there. Preston Hassel gets up into that 24 car and doors him, and he gets into the wall. Lucas Simpner was watching that. See, watch this. Looking out of the front of Lucas Simpner's machine. Watch this. You're going to see some contact between the 27 and the 24. Right there. And then Lucas Simpner dives down to the bottom line. Heads up move by the 21 car. I don't think that battle between the 24 and the 27 is over. 24 says, heck with that. I got a little bit of door damage, but I'm going to head right back at it. So 24, Sean Jacobs trying to gain that spot back. This is the 7th position these guys are battled for. 27, Preston Hassel on the outside line using that draft from the 90 car. And 24 showing some muscle on the bottom line here. So some great racing here between a couple HORL old guard. Preston Hassel in the 27, 24, Sean Jacobs, little Ford versus Mustang. It looks like the Ford versus Camaro. Excuse me. It looks like the Ford Mustang's going to win out on that one. Take a look at Romulo Silviera. Now to the back of his machine. You see that mess going on behind him as Craig Marizon trying to work his way through back there as well. See Todd Robillard at 90. So, well, we got a mess of cars right now. So once these tires start to get boogered up a little bit, the racing really gets good here at Kansas. Lucas Infiniter on the outside line in this 21 car. Flex Seal sponsor machine using the draft of the 24. Trying to pick up a spot. Getting by Craig Marizon. So Lucas Infiniter, one of those guys that late in the run, this guy seems to find his way to the front. So we'll keep your eye here on this 21 car. Lucas Infiniter in the Flex Seal sponsored Mustang. Sean Jacobs in the 90 of Todd Robillard here battling for position. Sean Jacobs on the... Oh, there's the contact right there between the 90 and the 24. Brent Owen in here in the chat session says Rubbin's racing. That's some stock car action right there. Some great racing here at Kansas. Preston Hassel in the 27 car, trying to pick up some spots here, having a battle with Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 91. Getting some great racing here. These guys are 68 laps in, and we have had a good green flag run here. Good racing. Preston Hassel here. Oh, man, is he going to be at what is it? Oh, I thought he was going to try to squeeze in there. That's not going to work. That's not going to work unless you have a shoehorn, and he doesn't. So he's going to back off here. He's going to end up losing some spots here. He's going to try to get up to this high side and close that door on the high side and get back up there in that fast lane. So he lost a couple positions. Take a look at the 15. Romulo Silviera running in the 5th position. Running behind Claudio Bardelli Jr. Great racing here at Kansas. Got Felipe Granado in the 6X machine. Here having a battle with Reese Kennedy. This is for the 12th position. Is Felipe up on the outside line here? He's wanting to have a pretty good run. Running that 6X car, getting by the 80 of Reese Kennedy. Taking over the 12th position. You want, man, Lucas Infiniter continuing to use that outside line. He's having another battle there with Craig Marizon on the 2X machine. 41, Lawrence Stopworth in this mix. So Lucas Infiniter trying to move forward. He gets that, clears Craig Marizon for the 9th position. Luca now trying to get around Preston Hassel, who left that outside line here tight. Man, how in the world did he make that work here? He's on that outside and just barely got that car in that hole there. And he might have that preferred spot now. So Lucas Infiniter continuing to move forward. He's using that outside here. Look at this, too wide, man. This is crazy racing. Great racing right now here in the Buschwackers series. As Lucas Infiniter right now putting on a clinic. He is putting on a clinic, and he's going to give Bardelli Jr. a little bit of a tap right there. Paul Brown coming down pit lane here. Very sudden pit stop by Paul Brown. So we're getting some guys coming down pit lane. Paul Brown on pit lane. Romulo Silviera, the race leader. As Paul Brown, our race leader, he comes down pit lane. We got a ton of guys coming down pit lane now. So we see Sean Jacobs coming down pit lane in that 24 car, doing his pit stop in the Western Auto sponsor machine as Romulo Silviera is the race leader. So green flag pit stops. 15 looks like he's going to be coming down pit lane. So Romulo Silviera making a pit stop. That's going to give the race lead to Octane. I suspect he's going to be coming down here pit lane here fairly soon. Sean Jacobs finishing up his pit stop. So back out here as we look at Octane, the race leader. Lucas Sinfiner running in second. Claudio Bardelli Jr. We got a yellow flag. Oh, no. We've got a yellow flag. And I'll tell you what, I've said it one time. I'll say it again. I like to pit late. And this is why. Artur Vieira coming down pit lane is going to be able to. Now he's not taken the flag yet, so he actually came around. Now Lucas Sinfiner is going to be the race leader as Artur Vieira on pit lane. He was probably so close on fuel that he had to pit. You see Lucas Sinfiner in the 21. That guy is. There's nobody better than fuel mileage at Lucas Sinfiner in the 21. So we have a yellow flag. What in the heck? We're getting some guys here now clutching the cars because they're saying they're out of fuel. We'll take a look and see what happened here on this to bring out this yellow flag. Reese Kennedy coming back out on off pit lane and just loses the back end of that car and spins it and breaks that car loose and causes the yellow flag to come out. Take a look at this again, another perspective here as he just gets on the gas and then breaks this car loose, cold tires, and spins that car back out onto the track. And you see those guys going by. So caution flag there on cold tires after making a pit stop. Reese Kennedy spinning that tire or that car around. Again on board here with him. You're just going to hear him right there. He just got goosed the throttle there on cold tires, and he is mad. He's livid right now in that Hooters sponsor machine. No free wings for him tonight. So we'll go back to live here. Wow. Well, I tell you, this is here's the lesson that I want to teach again, if I may. And the lesson is pit late in the sequence, especially at a track like this where, man, coming off the track, getting down onto pit lane is a little dicey. And you know, you got very, very tight racing. Guys are sort of trying to get over to make pit stop. This is one where I would pit close to the end of the pit sequence. I mean, if my fuel mileage allowed, that's what I would do. Because likely going to be a caution flag. That is a peak time for caution flags. That's the lesson learned right there. I've been bitten by that too many times. Hey, how about this? Coming up tomorrow night tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on TurnLeftTV, is the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series season finale from Road America. We're going to go up to Wisconsin and get her done with the GT3 cars. Finish out the season, crown the champion. And High Octane Racing League GT3 cars season has been a great one, and it'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. That's tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and expect a big field for Road America. A lot of drivers really, really like Road America as we see Lucas Sinfiner on pit lane. Our race leader is Artur Vieira. I want to say thank you so much for coming out and watching the TurnLeftTV channel. Peace to everybody out there. Got some friends watching tonight, too. How about that? Brent Owen joining in here. John Messer coming in here. Preston Hassel. Oh, he's out on the track. So Jair Oliveira made an appearance a little while ago. So good to see him out. Please hit the thumbs up button. Let me know you were here. Share my videos with all your friends on any social media platform where you can share YouTube videos. Appreciate that. And again, thank you for coming in. Got a great set of playlists down here below. And if you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV, you can click on that link right up in the banner of the channel. Make a donation straight through PayPal. Again, thank you so much for coming in. We'll look at the little side-by-side view here also, and let us get a few things in that way as well. Please click on that link. Oh, we got 2 RFactors out on the track. What are we doing right now? Huh? As we're getting him too much airtime here with two views. So we see John Stanley coming down pit lane as RFactor, the race leader. Also, if you would like to help me out here at TurnLeftTV, please go down in the link in the Fanatec link there and follow that to them. Please follow that link. If you're interested in purchasing something through them, please use that link, and that would help me out here. Thanks to all those folks who have. We've had a lot of, around Christmas time, we had a lot of folks here help us out at TurnLeftTV, and I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. And then also, if you'd like to follow me on Twitter at TurnLeftTV, TurnLeftTV1 on Facebook, Discord channel right down there if you'd like to join our Discord channel. Also, EliteHostingUSA.com is your host for today's race. So thank you to them. Great servers there. rFactor 2 servers at EliteHostingUSA.com. Been rock solid tonight. Good 20-car field. And we're going to go back green, I believe, this time by. As RFactor now back out in the 6th position. Looks like Luca is our P1 car. And it looks like we got some wave around cars here. So interesting mix of cars right now. So these guys are trying to get lined up here. We'll take a little drink of coffee.
It'll be 1 to go this time by.
All right, looks like we're getting to 1 to go, and Lucas Infinite has, I'd like to take that outside line, and I think we're going to get maybe some wave arounds here. I'm not sure what the plan is here. So it does look like we are getting some wave around cars. Ed Palumbo, Zachman Casey wave around, maybe Tim Lansbury as well. So a ton of cars here on wave around status. 20 laps to go. That was a good green flag run. Man, was that action intense. Again, caution flag on those that pit sequence. You got guys there that have that did that pit stop, came back out on track right after making pit stop there when the 80 car had spun. And now these guys really technically on fresh tires back out on track, and they're going to be okay, I think. So they get that lap back, maybe at the tail end of the field, but a fair amount. I think 9th through 16th. Look like Matiak on back. I didn't mean to rhyme that, but Colin Matiak getting a wave around there. 21, Lucas Sinfner has decided to take the inside line, it looks like. 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. in 2nd. Todd Robillard is in 3rd. 9X, Thiago Gomez in the 4th position. All right, pace car is in. Here we go. 20 laps to go, a little under 20 laps to go as Lucas Sinfner has that car up front, the 21 car. 90, Todd Robillard giving him a little bit of a push there on the bottom. Some good racing there. Lucas Sinfner in that Flex Seal sponsored Mustang headed up to the high side. I think he's going to pick up. You think things weren't intense enough in that last green flag run. Oh, we got a yellow flag here. Thiago Gomez in the 9X involved. Thiago Gomez spinning around, and I think Paul Brown might have been involved as well, as we see the 77 involved. We'll see what happened here as Lucas Sinfner in the 21. Paul Brown there coming down pit lane, it looks like. So we'll take a look and see what happened on that one. So on this restart here, 77 and the 9X get together right there. And man, 77 hard into the wall. We'll take another look at this different view. See the 77 and the 9X. And then getting together right there is that 9X. Kind of gets into the back of the 77, hooks him a little bit. 13 involved in that as well. He maybe gets a little bit of damage, front end damage there. On board here with the 9X machine. And I'll tell you what, I don't know, the 77 came over pretty quickly as well. Hard to say on that one. We'll take a look out of the front of, well, that was a little bit late there. That was on board with Colin Madiak. Go on board here. This is also where that happened pretty quickly, didn't it? That happened pretty quickly there. A lot of guys getting together there pretty darn quickly. Right here on board with Sean Jacobs, and we'll watch it out of the front of his machine. Yeah, it does look like that 9X kind of, from that perspective, might have gotten into the back of Paul Brown there and spun him. On board here with Paul Brown. Watch this. He's going to get hooked here. Yeah, just gets hooked. And then into the wall. And Palumbo here making it through. This is just a cloud of smoke. He's just guessing where to go here. And fortunately, things sort of split for him, and he's able to get through. So we'll take a look at 21 is the race leader. So the 21, Lucas Simpner, is the leader. 90 of Todd Robillard in the outside line. He is P2. Gilmar Peixoto in the chat. Where's he at, man? I thought he was in the practice session a little bit earlier tonight. So good to see Gilmar. Boa noite, my friend. I've got a lot of Brazilian friends, man. I say this a lot, and I want to really stress this, how honored I am to be able to have met, made friends with a lot of folks from all across the world, from Indonesia, I've got Russia, Poland, the Netherlands, Belarus, in France as well, Great Britain, Italy. Can't forget Italy, man. Got a lot of Italian friends as well. And, moving across the pond, Colombia, Argentina, Brazil, tons of friends from Brazil, Canada, of course the United States as well. And I really cherish all of my friends. I was telling my students, I teach high school, secondary school, and I was telling my kids, I said, a lot of them know I do this broadcasting stuff, and I said, I'll tell you what, that is, for me, been the most cherished thing, the most valuable thing is being able to be friends with folks all around the world. And I've gained some great friends. Brent Owen in here, speaking of a great friend, Brent Owen in here. He's from Michigan and Happy Hour Racing League owner and operator there. So good to see him in here tonight too. Great friend, and done some work for us and helping out with the shaders here on our car set here. He's the one that put those on, and they look great, popping. He does a great job with some track conversions. I think he's really kind of getting into mod conversions right now, doing some mods and stuff. So definitely give Happy Hour Racing League a look if you're interested in doing some racing on a Monday or Thursday night. They do some great stuff there. Sort of low-key and just sort of a real low-key friendly type of thing. that they've got going on there at Happy Hour. So he's done a lot of stuff for us, and definitely want to plug his league. Also, want to say kudos to Paul Brown too in the 77. He's got some stuff going on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays at Ridge Runners Racing as well. And kudos to him. And he does a great job for us too. You know, setup development. You know, helping with the car sets. You name it, man. Paul is sort of a jack of all trades. So Brent saying he loves the broadcast. Thanks so much, Brent. Appreciate that. Enjoying this race tonight. It's been a little, you know, we had some good green flag runs here. We got a little bit of a short caution right there, a short green flag run here, quick caution. 85 laps in. Scheduled to go 98 laps here as Lucas Sinfner is the race leader. Todd Robillard is in second. The 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. in third. 27 of Preston Hassel in the fourth position. Preston Hassel in that 27, man, he really needs to get a good finish here. He's had a little bit of a tough luck as of late, sort of getting involved in and kind of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Well, that guy needs a good finish. Luca there waving at the guy driving the pace car there. Jay Leno maybe driving the pace car. Luca probably doesn't even know who Jay Leno is. He took over for Johnny Carson, which is another guy Luca probably doesn't know. But Luca, pretty smart guy, man. Said he's 17 years old, Canadian driver. Flexio sponsored Mustang. He is a quiet driver, but this guy can get up on the wheel, make it happen here. So here we go. Pace car's in. Back to green this time by.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Right, back to green. Claudio Bardelli Jr. down there in that 91 car. Watch him. He's been fast here tonight. So good battle here, side by side between the 90 and the 21. Claudio Bardelli Jr. here. Oh, contact there. Bardelli Jr. contact. Can he hold on to that thing? He holds on somehow. My heavens, how in the world did that happen? Claudio Bardelli Jr. and the 90 of Todd Robillard got together. And Bardelli Jr. hold on to that thing, but now Todd Robillard now taking the race lead. Oh my God! We got a yellow flag here. My heavens, I had a feeling. Look at that, 91 here. He finally finishes it off. They're still wrecking. 91 finally finishes it off there. So that started earlier, didn't it? That started earlier with that restart. With the 90 and the 91 got together there earlier. Well, kind of wondered if there was going to be some more shenanigans after that, because I think he was probably hanging on to that thing. So we'll see here. This is on the restart. Watch this, Bardelli Jr. A little bit early here, but Bardelli Jr. here trying that inside line. He slides up here, and there's going to be contact right there. Actually, looked like they both kind of arguing for the same position, and Bardelli Jr. down on the inside, and then tries to get back up here, and he's sliding across about 6 lanes of cars, and now he's stuck in the middle, and he's going to get into the 82 car, I think. Misses that, and now they're 3 wide. 91, 3 wide here. And he tucks in, and then, oh, right there. Looks like the 82 might have gotten into the 54. And then, oh, man, the 77 gets in that. There was a mess. So it looks like the 91. So watch this. He's in the middle here. He's in the middle, and then looks like Tim Lansbury trying to miss him. Gets into the 54, and then spins the 91 car. Oh, man, that was a hard lick right there. And then a 68 in that mix as well. Watch here as all heck breaking loose here, and then, oh, man, 77 had nowhere to go. Nowhere to go on that one. And this is going to be a hard lick right here. So, wow, that's hard to say on that one, isn't it? So that was a little bit of a mess there. Little bit of a mess. The 90 of Todd Robillard, the race leader here. And I had a feeling, man, I mean, once you start getting these guys there on cold tires, you crank up the intensity level here a little bit. Crank up the intensity level here a little bit, and cold tires and that is a recipe for disaster. Coming up tomorrow, we'll be at Road America with a High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. 50-minute race, the final race of the season from a classic American road course, Road America. Racing will be live right here on TurnLeftTV at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're going to crown the champion tomorrow in the HORL GT3 Series right here on TurnLeftTV. Buschwackers schedule coming up. We got Michigan next week. 90 laps there at a great track. Probably get some 3-wide racing there. Great track. Lucas Oil Raceway coming up on February the 12th. 140 laps there. Chicagoland Speedway on February the 19th. 98 laps at that track. North side, that's Richmond. 130 laps there at that short track. About 3/4 miler on that one on February 26th. Martinsville, some true short track action there. You talk about some beating and banging. You're going to have that on March the 5th, 150 laps there at Marty. Riverside International, some road course on March the 12th. Phoenix, you're a unique track there, a little over a mile in length, 120 laps on March the 19th. And finishing out the season at Indianapolis Motor Speedway on March the 26th.
It'll be one to go this time.
We're getting to one to go. 92 laps in. The question is, who's taking bets? Is it going to finish under green, or is it not going to finish under green? I need to create a poll in the chat session. This has been interesting, that's for sure. We had a good 2 green, really solid green flag runs here, but we had a little bit of, I think on cold tires, you can't be quite as racy as they were sort of at the end of that run. And they are on cold tires right now. Again, thanks so much for coming in. This is TurnLeftTV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson. This is going to be a fun one. Big finish here. Headed your way. Todd Robillard, the voice. The Coletta's sponsor, Napa. Number 90 Camaro. Preston Hassel in the second position. That AMD sponsor machine. Western Auto sponsor number 24, Sean Jacobs in third. Luca Sinfner, actually Luca's actually in third. 24 is on the high line. He would be in the fourth position. 13, Colin Madiak. 2X, Craig Marizon in this mix. So here we go, back to green. Can Todd Robillard hang on here? Here we go, 27. Trying to get a good start there as a 90 beats him to the punch. 24. Sean Jacobs just behind in second. Can he get 2 wins in a row? 27 there, crowding a little bit as the 90 out to the race lead. '24, Sean Jacobs in the second position. 2X in the 27 here battling it out. We got a car spinning right there. Zach Moncasey spinning. He might have spun trying to come down pit lane. 5 laps to go. These guys are 4 wide as they fan out. Art Vieira in a hornet's nest. Here you go. I got my hornet's nest in. 4-car for Art Vieira running in the 10th position. That is a battle right there. Ramiro Silveira, Lawrence Stoppor, 54, Ed Palumbo. Tim Lansbury in this mix. He is running in the 5th position. He's trying to make something happen on the inside line. And Craig Marizon getting together right there. A little bit of contact. Oh, Craig Marizon coming around. We got a mess. Lucas Sinfner, 91 in this mix. A 6X in this mix. The 90, Todd Robillard here going to take the caution flag. So the 90 of Todd Robillard will take this yellow flag here, and man, that got messy. We'll have to see what happened here. A lot of guys involved in this one. See what happened here. As right there, the 82 and the 2X get together, okay? And then the 2X climbing up the track here, and he may not realize that 6X is above him. And then contact right there, the 6X and the 2X get together, that 2X coming around, and then it is a roadblock from that point on. Roadblock, 77 involved. He's in his 3rd wreck. Felipe Granado here on board him. He's in the wall right there, and then he comes and gets into the back of the 2X. I think he just had a head of steam. He really didn't realize. Look at that, man. That is a parking lot. That is a parking lot. Lucas Sinfner, watch this out of the front. There's the contact right there, and then looked like the 6X might have come over a little bit and gotten into the, but he came off the wall, and Luca gets caught up in that. Claudio Bardelli Jr., he gets caught in this as well. Watch this. He has nowhere to go. That is a parking lot right there. And Paul Brown involved. Going back to live feed here as we, I believe, are in green-white checker territory. What a shame on that one. So a little green-white checker. All right, the 90, Todd Robillard here, not pitting. Green-white checker here. Sean Jacobs in second, Preston Hassel third, Tim Lansbury fourth. Mark Vieta is fifth. Todd Robillard, the leader. Sean Jacobs, man, can he get 2 wins in a row?
Pit road will be open this time.
All right. Sorry, man. I was having a little chat with my friends there on TeamSpeak. So, getting a green-white checker, man. I got to wonder, where's the 90 going to start? Is he going to start on the outside line, inside line? So, Will D is saying he is looking for Todd to win because he wants to hear that golden radio voice. And then he's going to root for Preston, Uncle Preston. Sean Jacobs in the 24. Looks like he might be trying to get in the in Todd's head here a little bit. He's running on the inside line. Again, I think the outside line is the place to be, so take a look at that. Or consider that here as we get back to green. 82, Tim Lansbury. Skyline Chili Ford Mustang on the outside line. They're row 2. Preston Hassel, inside line, row 2. Colin Matiak up on the outside line, row 3. Arthur Vieta in the 4 car. inside row 3 on this restart. So green-white checker, here we go, boys and girls. So hold on to your horses here. Can we finish this bad boy under green? I'm saying no. I'll be honest with you, I'm going to say no on this one. Sean Jacobs, he's lagging back there a little bit, trying to maybe get a jump on this 90 car. Tim Lansbury would be a big win for him as well. Preston Hassel, how big a deal would that be if Preston Hassel gets this win? Here we go, pace car's off, here we go.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Green-white checker. It's a 90. Todd Robillard not able to clear that 24. 24 going to crowd him a little bit. Oh, little Robbins racing right there. 24, Robbins racing. He gets a spot. Can he hold on to it? From the 24, get by. He does. He gets by. He's got one lap to go. Todd Robillard here diving down to the inside. He's going to try to get that 24 back. Don't forget about the 82, Tim Lansbury. He's got a head of steam here. 41, Lawrence Stoppleworth in this mix. Sean Jacobs to the race lead. They are 3 wide behind him. That is good news for him. 3 wide. Todd Robillard on the inside. Oh, there's contact. Art Vieira's hanging on to that thing. 24, Sean Jacobs. Is he going to make it 2 in a row? Sean Jacobs clearing that field, and they are racing like crazy behind him as Sean Jacobs is going to take this race win. 2 in a row for the 24. Oh, man. He crowded. Little crowd right there, huh? The 24 of Sean Jacobs gets the race win. It was a little messy, but he got that car to the front when he needed to. Gutsy little move. I think he might have left a little Western Auto paint on that 90 car. Holy smokes, that got crazy right there. That got crazy. Sean Jacobs picks up the win. Art Vieira, I don't know how in the world he hung on to that, man. But watch this. This is a little bit earlier here. Sean said there's contact right there. Contact, and watch this. Art Vieira. He is going to catch this and go sideways on this. Right here is where it gets a little dicey. As they are 4 wide at some point. And the 82, oh, there's wrecking right there. 54 gets wrecked. Right there, 82 and the 4 get together. And the 4, how in the world did he hang on to that thing? What a great job of Art Vieira hanging on to that. So 24, Sean Jacobs, we skipped his burnout. He gets the race win, so congratulations to him. How about that? We'll take a look at the finishing order here. Wow, that was a crazy, crazy finish there. So let's take it the final standings there. Sean Jacobs finishes in P1. Todd Robillard finishes in 2nd. Tim Lansbury 3rd. Colin Matiak finishes in the 4th position. Lawrence Stoppleworth finishes 5th. Paul Brown finishes in the 6th position. Preston Hassel 7th. Artur Vieira finishes in the 8th position. Reese Kennedy 9th. Craig Marizon finishes in the 10th position. In 11th is John Stanley. Felipe Granado finishes in the 12th position. Lucas Sinfner, unfortunately for him, he finishes in the 13th position. Ramiro Silveira finishes in 14th. Tiago Gomez finishes in the 15th position. Zach Munkixi finishes in the 16th position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. 17th. Ed Palumbo, really unfortunate for him. He was up front there, finishes in 18th. Givaldo Spindola finishes in 19th. And 20th is Paulo Chachalowski. So Sean Jacobs makes it 2 in a row. So great job to Sean Jacobs on getting a big win here at Kansas. Hey, what, man, he is serious this season. He wants to spank the field. Put it on him. He's just, well, I'm going to win every race. A great job to the 24 car. See if we can't get him up in the booth. All right, we got Sean Jacobs up here in the booth with us, and he makes it 2 wins in a row. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. I think that might be my first time that I ever had 2 wins in a row. Man, my heart's pounding. I'm like sweating on that one.
Well, Sean, I mean, we know that you really love these super speedways, and you know, you alluded a little bit to it just now, where you may not be as confident at these these shorter speedways, but man, having that car up front, you really had it up front all night long, but having that car up front, what was the thought process starting on the inside line? You crowded him a little bit, but what was the thought process on that when they dropped the green flag?
I know the last time that the green flag waved when I was on the outside behind him, that I think my only chance was, with me being on the inside, is to get him on that hole shot. So I got as close as I can get to him on the side so I can keep him, right in my window there. And then I just punched it, and I was able to hold it there on that the bottom of the track, and was able to get a good run. I think we even touched there, and I kind of got loose. I think both of us did, but like I said, I was able to hold it, and I was just glad coming out of turn 2, that I was seeing him in my rearview mirror.
Yeah, I think once he got a little squirrely and too wide with some other cars there, you were set off, I think, and things got very, very interesting. Even 3, maybe even 4 wide there, battling for position with second, third, fourth, fifth, you name it, back there behind you. But man, Kansas Speedway, I'll be honest, coming into tonight, when I was started thinking about the players in this race, I really wasn't, you weren't on my radar here with respect to this, because you're a super speedway guy, but man, you got to feel pretty good about coming away with a Kansas win.
Yeah, I didn't qualify good at all. I think I qualified like 17th, and it just didn't seem like, I had the speed. It seemed like I had to run like a good 10 laps before the tires start, getting, I don't know, either warmed up or more grip, and I was able to be faster in the long runs. But it just seems like every time I that green long run would go, caution would come out, and then I'm like, man, I just need that green flag to stay out more to get a good run.
Well, it looked like that really long run we had there was and we had that green flag pit stop, that looked like a lot of fun, man. I mean, there were some great racing on the outside, or side-by-side racing, even some 3 wide racing, but it was all really clean. Unfortunately, we had that caution flag there, somebody coming off pit lane. I feel like my view of pitting, and I said this in the broadcast, is that I like to pit late in that sequence on a green flag because of a situation like that where you can find yourself behind the 8 ball. Talk about how that racing was for you about the middle of that run.
I was going pretty, good through, that run. I'm thinking, I don't know if that was during the green flag when I was kind of working my way up. I think I was like in the top 10, and then another car came down on me, and I went into the infield, and I got some damage. And then I thought, oh man, with that damage, I'm not going to be able to, maybe my car wasn't going to be as fast, but it didn't seem like it, really affected it too much. So I was kind of pleased with that.
Yeah, very lucky they're coming across the track and not getting hit by somebody. And I really commented on that when you were in the grass. You really didn't make any contact other than the wall there a little bit, or the driver. But hey, what way to go, way to bounce back. Hey, Will's in the chat session. He says, Ask Sean, when did he get good?
Well, you can tell Will that all of a sudden I got good because Heath Johnson went ahead and painted me this Western Auto Camaro. Ever since the Western Auto paint scheme came onto this Camaro, I don't know. You must have that magic paint.
He says, has Sean stolen a car from Colin or Paul and then repainted it? That's what he's asking.
Nope, it's still mine.
That's awesome. Well, he's obviously not paying attention. You know, maybe the Paul because you guys race the same brand, but not Colin because he races a Ford.
I know, but oh well. I guess they'll learn sometimes, right?
Well, hey, congratulations. Next week you got Michigan. How do you feel about that track? I have a feeling that this kind of falls within that somewhat of a super speedway for you.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that track. It just brings back memories in September of last year when we were racing the Steve Freeze Memorial Race, and I love racing there, so can't wait to get to the next Friday already.
Is there going to be 3 in a row? Or are you going to call it right now?
Hey, anything's possible. Like I said, I want to go up there and just hopefully I can be there at the end.
Hey, man, don't take all the candy. You got to leave a little candy for the rest of the drivers.
I'm just thankful. I'm thankful.
All right, man. Well, hey, have a great weekend, and congratulations to you on another big win.
All right, thanks a lot, Heath.
All right, that's Sean Jacobs joining us up here in the booth, and man, you can just hear the confidence in his voice, huh? And really looking forward to that Michigan race next week. As he mentioned, he got the win in the Steve Freeze Memorial 250 this year. So, and that's one, man, I think he really is so proud of. And now he's going to get to come back here again to Michigan and see if he can't get another win. And that 3 in a row, that would be an incredible feat there. So, 24 Western Auto team is clicking on all cylinders right now. And what a great finish there. It was very exciting. We had a pretty, I'd say a few too many cautions, but nonetheless, this caution flag certainly was something that benefited the 24, that's for sure. So congratulations to him. Sean Jacobs, the winner tonight here at Kansas. Well, coming up tomorrow, we got some more great racing for you, and that is Road America in the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. It's the final race of the season. In a 50-minute race there. This has been a great 8-race season. Very excited about tomorrow, and we'll crown the champion. Racing starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and it'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. That's Road America, classic American road course in the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. What a successful series this has been, and we will definitely be doing this series again at HORL. Guys, we're really, really liking this series, so excited about that coming up tomorrow. I want to say thank you so much for coming out to the YouTube channel and checking out TurnLeftTV. Man, how great of a finish there. It was a little bit too many cautions, I'll be honest with you. I get a little bored on those caution flags, and I run out of coffee. But hey, thanks so much. Will coming in here and doing some chatting. Hopefully the Dungeons & Dragons game went well for you. Whatever you did, rolling the dice or whatever it is, worked well for you tonight, Will. But thanks for coming in. Thanks for all you do at HORL and helping us with the servers and so forth. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, I encourage you to do so. Share my videos with all your friends on any social media platform where you can share YouTube videos. You're more than welcome to share TurnLeftTV videos. And please hit the thumbs up button. Let me know you were here tonight if you weren't in the chat session. And then also, if you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV, you can click on the link up in the banner of the channel and make a donation straight through PayPal. Again, thank you for coming in. Appreciate your patronage. Don't forget to leadhostingusa.com hosts our servers perfect for rFactor 2. We got 3 servers, and you see that rock-solid connection tonight. Guys from all around the world tomorrow on GT3 Series Racing. You're going to see guys from Asia, Eastern Europe, Western Europe, South America, Canada, and the United States. So we're going to have guys from all around the world, as we usually do in that GT3 series, and these servers, no problem whatsoever. So rFactor 2 servers, EliteHostingUSA.com is the place to be. Don't forget about ZiaComics.com. It's your nerd headquarters. All things comic, action figures, games. I saw some pinball machines with those guys too, man. Selling some arcade games as well. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. That's ZiaComics.com, your nerd headquarters. Comic books, games, action figures, you name it. These guys got it. Give them a look. That's ZiaComics.com. Don't forget to head on over to HORL, HighOctaneRacing.net to get updates of see the screenshots and get the schedule, and also check out the rFactor 2 times throughout the week. And a good quick link to TurnLeftTV. If you'd like to get a hold of us, you can contact us through the website as well. That's HighOctaneRacing.net. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight here at TurnLeftTV. Thank you so much for coming in. And you know what that means? That means I am out of here.